Hello everyone, my name is Arnaud and I'm very excited. Hello everyone, my name is Arnaud and I'm very excited today to present the weather briefing for the race Solo Trans-Tasman. So today we're going to do three parts. First, we're going to look at the synoptic view. This is a big picture of the weather over the next 5 days. Then we're going to do a focus on the weather during the first 24 hours of the race. And finally, we will do a weather routing analysis for the entire race. So let's start with the big picture weather. So this map here is a weather model ECMWF. So the pressure is represented by the black lines. The wind is the wind barbs and the rain is the color. So this is this Saturday, the 30th at noon, New Zealand time, the time of the start. So what are the big players? So first of all, here on the right hand side, we've got the high pressure, which is leaving New Zealand. And this creates at Opua a northeast wind around 20 knots. In the Tasman Sea, we've got one low pressure right here that I called L1. L1 is associated with a cold front. And as you can see, the isobars are really tight. There is a lot of wind here. We're talking 25-30 knots with rain associated. Further to the left, there are two other low pressure systems, L2 and L3, that will impact the race in the next few days. So now I'm moving 24 hours later. So this is Sunday noon. So the boats will be actually experiencing the front. So what do you expect at the front is you're going to have the northerly wind. The model here predicts 30 knots. But as you can see, once you are done with the front, on the other side, you expect a lighter wind from the west. Now I move again 24 hours later. So this is Monday at noon. So as you can see, you will be sailing in this area, having less wind. This is Tuesday at noon. Once again, you are not in very strong winds, mostly westerly. I want to point out that L3 is now moving toward Tasmania. And this is Wednesday. L3 is in the Tasman Sea. And this is the second weather system that you will experience. So you will be in this area. So you will expect once again some strong rain, and the wind will be 20-25 knots from the west. So now we have understood this. I want to focus on the weather for the first 24 hours. So this is the same model, ECMWF. We are still Saturday at noon, the time of the start. So on the left, I put the wind, and on the right-hand side, the wave forecast. So at Apua, at the start, you expect 15 to 20 knots from the northeast, but it will be building. More wind as you go toward the northwest. And same with the wave. At the start, when you exit the bay, we are expecting 1 meter wave from the northeast, but as you go to the Cape, you will experience more wind and more wave. This is 12 hours later, so this is the first night. This is Sunday midnight. You will be around the Cape Reinga. So the model here forecasts wind speed is increasing. We're seeing 25 knots. And the waves will be from the northeast, 2.5 to 3 meters. Now we are 12 hours later, so this is Monday noon, so 24 hours after the start. This is a moment where the fleet will experience the front. So you're going to be in the open ocean, and this is mostly wind from the north. Here we see 25 to 30 knots, but it will be gusty, especially under the rain. So the gusts are 35, 40, 40 plus. And the wave also in the open ocean will be 3.5 to 4 meters from the north. So now that we've seen the first 24 hours, we want to do weather routing. So we have a full view of the weather from the start all the way to Australia, Brisbane. So to run the weather routes, here are the settings that I used. So the boat polar is a Beneteau First 36. Everything is on, like the wave polar is on, and I'm also using current. The ocean current is Mercator. The way to present the results, I'm going to first show a map of the routing, then I'm going to move into graph, and finally table. So this is the route all the way. So as you can see, almost all the models agree. They are tied together. There is just one outlier, which is a model PWE. So in this case, you tend to trust the consensus. So after rounding the Cape, they go more or less west. And this is a kind of a southern route. Okay. The map is all good, but actually by looking at graph, you can get more information. So the graph on the top left, this is a true wind speed. So this is a true wind speed experienced by the boats that follow those routes. So you've got different colors here. This is for different weather model. We don't want to really look at any specific model. You just want to look at the general picture. So as you can see on day one, you have the increase of wind speed that we talked about as you go toward the front. The wind is clocking left. You start from the northeast, and as you approach the front, it's going to become north, northwest, and even later on, you're going to be raising in westerly, lighter wind after the front. The front is shown here in the rain. This is the first front associated with L1. You're going to have some rain after, but lighter. And I want to point out, so this is on the 3rd, so this is Wednesday. This is the second low pressure system that I mentioned before. This is L3, which will also bring some rain. Now I'm looking at the graph, but for the wave. So this is the wave height. As you can see, the wave will be building during day one, and the maximum wave you will encounter, this is the front, around 4 meters. What's interesting is to look at the roll. So the roll is going to be peaking during this maximum wave height. You're going to be reaching, and the wave will be coming from the side. So you expect a lot of roll. This is RMS, root mean square roll. Then the situation will get better. I want to point out those two things here. So this is, L3, the low pressure you're going to experience on Wednesday. Because at this moment you will be going upwind and you're going to be facing some sea state, there is some signal of strong vertical acceleration, meaning the bow going up and down very quickly, and also slamming of the boat hull as you go upwind. So roll first and then slamming. Finally, I want to show the weather routing table. So this is a summary table. Don't worry, I'm not going to go into all the numbers, but what's interesting is more or less all the different models here. They see a duration for the crossing between 6 to 7 days. The true wind speed average is going to be 15 to 20 knots, so it's going to be a windy one with maximum wind speed 30 to 35 and maybe a gust to 40 knots. It's going to be no downwind, primarily reaching 70% and upwind 30%. To finish this, the start is this Saturday, but we had a look if we started later on. So we look at a tool that Predict Wind offers called Departure Planning. So we'd look at the start on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So this table compare the 4 starts. If you leave on Sunday or Monday, in fact, it's not better. I was looking at the gusts. The gusts are even greater. Same with the percentage of time you will be sailing in 30 to 40 knots. It's still 1 and 2% like this. It's only if you postpone and leave on Tuesday that you will see an improvement and you're going to have less wind. Thank you.